me take you back a couple decades. See, back in the 90s, we had a little genre of music we called adult alternative. It was a new genre driven by the grunge and alt-rock boom of the early 90s, but was intended more for people turned off by the sheer loudness and rough edges of many of those bands. And instead of being inspired by metal or hard rock, it took inspiration from a variety of different genres, like the jangly college rock of the 80s, folk singers from the indie scene, and the roots rock of the 70s. Adult alternative gradually took a big chunk of the market share away from the more polished, less thoughtful, easy listening format, and a lot of its artists were among the most important and successful pop stars of the decade. If you liked hearing Under the Bridge or Good Riddance Time of Your Life 5 times a day, you could turn on an adult alternative station and be satisfied.
I hope you had the time of your life.
But I think that format may be dying. Easy listening is starting to take back over, and nowadays you're as likely to hear songs written by studio hacks like Firework or Just the Way You Are, rather than ones written by actual, artists. And there are still adult alternative bands and artists that have hits, but they just seem less important now. I mean, is a script ever going to matter as much as Oasis? Is Colby Calais anything but the poor man's Sheryl Crow? I don't think so. And I think a big reason why is that their lyrics just seem much blander. And this new breed of light rock hits, they're always love songs or breakup songs. They just don't take any chances. If you want to see what I'm talking about, just compare the not good but at least interesting white rap that Jason Mraz released 10 years ago to the lifeless crap he makes now. It's enough to make me lament the commercial decline of Coldplay, a band I never even liked, but at least I respect they were trying harder than most of these guys. So, I guess I should be grateful that among the last remaining hitmakers in this genre, there's a band like Train around to keep things interesting. Yeah, believe it or not, I just called Train interesting. Believe me, I never thought I'd say that about the band that gave us a song as boring as Calling All Angels. When they came out more than a decade ago, I definitely thought they were a bunch of super lame Counting Crows wannabes. Even their name was dull. I distinctly remember this VH1 show I watched where a bunch of people were listing their favorite songs of the past 20 years or so, and Johnny Resnick from the Goo Goo Dolls listed all this 80s college rock, and someone from Duran Duran picked some underground techno shit, but Train lead singer Pat Monahan listed the most cliched, obvious choices, like Sweet Child of Mine, In Your Eyes, Smells Like Teen Spirit.
Couldn't it be any more obvious than that, Rob? How about, I don't know, the Beatles? How about fucking Beethoven?
That's just kind of the band Train are. They never seemed to mean much to anybody. Train was no one's life in high school. No one doodled a Train logo on their notebooks or put up posters in their locker. Who cares, right? So what changed about them in their late period work that I suddenly find so interesting? Well, I think the lead singer might have gone insane. Let me explain. After their fourth album flopped and produced no hits, Train went on hiatus for several years, and when they reunited, they say they stopped trying to just write hits and rediscovered their love of the music. And apparently it paid off. Whereas I could usually count on hearing one or less singles from each Train album, this one produced a decent handful of hits, the biggest of which of course was Hey Soul Sister. Hey Soul Sister. Now I gave that song a harsh review, but as mean as I was, I think I actually underplayed the crazy badness of the lyrics. Why? Looking back, the weird lyrical choices were always there. But man, Monahan just let loose with it on that last album. I legitimately don't understand how his mind works. Inside this man's head is a mess of awful word choices, terrible forced rhymes, and bizarre pop culture references. My feet have been on the floor flat like an idle singer. Remember Winger, I digress. You see, good lyricists use words like a jeweler carefully carving a diamond, using just the right words to achieve the precise effect they're going for. Monahan is like a lunatic axe murderer swinging wildly at helpless victims. And that's also true of their latest song, Drive By, which was a song that very early on I heard rumblings about being an unfathomably bad disaster. A train wreck, if you will. And when I finally heard it, yeah. Like, I thought Hey Soul Sister's sudden name drop of Mr. Mister right in the second line of the chorus was a terrible move. I thought it was terrible they rhymed radio with stereo. But as far as awful hooks go, I had no idea how bad it could get. What? Hefty bag? Hefty bag of all the... What? I could not possibly have heard that right. Nope, hefty bag. He's looking for a two-ply hefty bag to put his love in. Which, funny you should mention, because here's a garbage bag full of all my disgust for that line. Oh, no wait. This isn't disgust. It's garbage. Which is what you put in a garbage bag, you freak of nature! There's other parts of this song and I'll get to them, but for the most part the verdict on this song is all going to come down to this one line. It's going to haunt me. And it's right in the chorus, which means you hear it several times. Why would you compare your love to garbage? I mean, I was already shocked that Drive-By was the most romantic imagery you could think of, but boy, he topped that pretty quickly, didn't he? What kind of person would be turned on by that? Ugh. I guess when you've already written the words two-ply, there's nowhere else to take that, but that's when you erase and start over. Why would he even need a garbage bag? What does it matter what you carry your love in? Were you planning on presenting your love to this girl in a garbage bag slung over your shoulder like Santa's bag of toys? Yeah, that'll go her well. Here, honey. Flop. Or the garbage bag is a metaphor for the girl you're putting your love into? God, that's even worse. What the living hell? There's also, I should point out, another possibility. Remember the Give Me Everything review and those awful opening lines?
Me not working hard. Yeah, right, picture that with a Kodak.
Yeah, remember when I joked that Kodak must have paid Pitbull for product placement? Turns out, yeah, that's exactly what happened. They paid to be mentioned in Pitbull's song, and it worked so well, Kodak promptly went bankrupt. But advertisers helping to write songs is just a thing in mainstream pop music now. So maybe Hefty also paid for product placement here, but even if that is the case, would this song really help your product? I know I'm committed to buying my trash can liners from Glad now. I hope Hefty didn't really waste their money on this. This song has to be the worst commercial for Hefty bags ever. This song has to be the second worst commercial for Hefty bags ever. But I'm being too harsh. I mean, it's just one line. I can forgive that, right? Well, screw you too, buddy! Okay, I thought this guy was insane, but maybe he's just a lazy asshole. I certainly can't interpret that line as anything but a middle finger to those who expect more work than this. Better hope I don't sue. I'm pretty sure rhyming "moved me" with "groovy" is a civil offense. Groovy. No one even says that anymore. That cliche was dead decades ago. You're old, but you're not that old, guy from Train. And it's not just the chorus that's lazy, it's in the first verse, too.
On the other side of the street I knew stood a girl that looked like you. I guess that's deja vu, but I thought this can't be true, cause you moved to West LA.
Like, this isn't hilarious bad, it's just sloppy.
On the other side of the street I knew.
I mean, what does it matter that you knew the street? Is the street your ex-girlfriend? Who cares?
Stood a girl that looked like you. I guess that's deja vu.
No, that's not what deja vu is. At all. Use a dictionary!
Stood a girl that looked like you. I guess that's deja vu, but I thought this can't be true, cause...
What can't be true? That you saw a girl that looks like another girl? Do you even edit these things? Like, my god, these are such simple things to fix.
Stood a girl that looked like you.
You can't just turn in your first draft and expect a passing grade, jerk. Okay, I could just nitpick this a line at a time, but there's the big picture to be considered too. Hey Soul Sister didn't express a theme any stronger or more complex than I Heart You, but there's more going on in Drive-By. Apparently this one-night stand left such an impression on him that he wants a relationship now. Surely because of her wonderful personality.
Oh, but that one night was more than just right. I didn't leave you, cause I was all through.
Don't make me think of your O-face, dude. So she's a good lay. Yeah, gross dude. But yeah, now he wants to be with her forever, I guess. Usually though in a song like this, there's the unspoken assumption that these feelings are, you know, mutual.
I thought this can't be true, cause you moved to West LA or New York or Santa Fe or wherever to get away from me.
She seems to really not like him. Hell, it's not even as bad as her not returning your calls. She skipped town. I don't think she wants seconds.
Oh, but that one night is still the highlight.
Apparently wasn't the highlight for her. She's running as fast as she can.
And I loved you every mile you drove away.
Wow, dude, your love really is garbage. Yeah, this doesn't seem like it's going to be a love for the ages. I mean, take a hint, pal. She doesn't want to be with you, or even near you, or even in the same town with you. You should look at the clues and leave this girl alone. Isn't that right, Wallet Photos of Lupa? I love you too. Anyway, yeah, this song blows just on a conceptual level as well as the details. I mean, this is not a drive-by. I mean, that's just not a very strong sentiment to build a song around. It's a dumb slang phrase, it's not clever, it's not punchy, and the cliches surrounding it don't improve things.
But now here you are again, so let's skip to how you've been and get down to the more than friends.
Or to the restraining order, whatever. Pushy much, dude? Just a shy guy, my ass. Never has the phrase, "this is not a drive-by," seemed more like a threat. I mean, no, it's not a drive-by, it's more like military invasion, really. But other than the hefty bag thing, I guess there's nothing else that bad.
On the upside to a downward spiral, my love for you went viral. My love for you went viral.
What? No! No! I swear to God, Pat Monahan hears buzzwords and uses them without finding out what they mean. My Love for You is a killer app. Stop Coney with My Love. What is your problem? I'm not sure I can even try for an explanation here. His love for you went viral. His love for you is like a virus that he puts in a garbage bag. Does this man loathe himself? I've seen bad soft rock songs. This song right here, for example, it's terrible, but Drive-By is like in a whole other league. This is Vogon poetry level bad.
On the other side of the street I knew.
This song is so bad, I almost feel bad for reviewing it. It's too early to know if Drive-By will be as big as Hey Soul Sister, and we'll check back 8 months from now, I guess. But is it worse than Hey Soul Sister? Well, Hey Soul Sister was more annoying, and his voice was less tolerable. And then again, he didn't do that elongating syllable thing. There's a trend that needs to die. Most of all, I'm just confused. This isn't just bad, it's strange. If this was all deliberate, that'd be one thing, but this lame, stiff, acoustic ska, I mean, it just doesn't sound like they were trying to be self-consciously weird. It's like they tried to be boring and failed. So, big picture, what does this song's marginal success say about pop music as a whole? My basic conclusion is this. Pop songs today have way too many terrible bag metaphors. Seriously, that's the new trend now? Someone give me a bag to vomit in.